What?
Okay, so since we now have P and Q in terms of A and B, we can start deriving. Okay, and we're going to do this by using Taylor's series. Okay. So doing that, we find that DC is equal to del F over del T dt plus del F over del S ds plus 1/2 del F over del S to the second order times ds squared plus del F to the second order over del S del T, so T, ds dt plus 1/2 del F over del T to the second order times dt squared plus higher order terms. Okay, so with the Taylor series, this is what we get. However, we can eliminate, we can make this easier to understand because we have that DC is equal to A dt plus B dz. And we also know that dz is equal to V times W times dt to the 1/2. Okay, and if you remember, W is the standard normal variable, and V is a scalar. Okay. So our next step would be to substitute these in for ds and dz, and then we find the exponential, multiply through exponentials and product terms. And we still have higher order terms. However, these higher order terms we don't have to worry about because these will all go to 0. And this is because DC and DS are quadratic equations, so anything higher than the second order when it comes to derivatives is going to be 0. Okay, so if we do that, we find that DC is equal to del F over del T dt plus del F over del S A dt plus del F over del S B V W dt to the 1/2 plus 1/2 del F over del S to the second order B squared V squared W squared dt. Okay?
Why are you going down?
Because
The whole board is showing. Okay, keep going.
you can do this part.
And it's confusing that you're going down.
Okay.
And write it a little bigger.
Okay, so we get ds is equal to,
That's DC.
oh, sorry. So we get del, oh. So we get,
DC.
so we get dc is equal to del F over del T dt plus,
You're going off the screen. I'm sorry. You get DC.
so we have dc is equal to del F over del T dt plus del F over del S A dt plus del F over del S times B V W times dt to the 1/2 plus 1/2 times del F over del S to the second order times B squared V squared W squared times dt. Okay? Now, by definition, we know that V is equal to 1 and W is equal to 1. Okay, so if we know that, we can rewrite this now as dc is equal to the quantity del F over del T plus del F over del S times A plus del F.
That one doesn't show. Start over
times-
with the new DC.
I'll use a different color.
Blue maybe?
Black.
Perfect.
Okay. So we can rewrite this now as DC is equal to del F, quantity of del F over del T plus del F over del S times A plus del,
Continue
Plus-
times A.
1/2 del F over del S to the second order times B, B squared, all times dt. But this is only the deterministic component. We took this part out because if you remember, VW times dt to the 1/2 is dz, which is a stochastic component. So dc is really equal to this plus del F over del S times B dz. And this now shows us the relationship between A and B and P and Q because we now have DC in terms of A and B. Thank you.
Now, let's take a picture.